Welcome to the Gigahood IQ app, your home's guardian in the digital realm, featuring Protect IQ. Protect IQ sweeps away viruses, malware, and online threats for your entire home, so you can focus on what truly matters: family. Shield your home with cutting-edge technology, ensuring every device is safe. No more digital dangers, just seamless, worry-free connectivity. Experience peace of mind with Protect IQ, included in the Gigahood IQ app. Download the free Gigahood IQ app and secure your home with Protect IQ today.
It's a beautiful night for high school football here in Wapakoneta. Looking left, he throws left. Intercepted! It's Jared Mullen! Looks left, throws left. It's going to be picked off again. Way. This time it's Ryan Richardson.
Big happy birthday to Big Dan up here in the stands. At the ripe old age of 82, he's still doing it.
Happy birthday to me. Love you too, Brendan. Love you too, Mark.
Did you know TSC has an app called Gigahood IQ that lets you set your network's performance and security for every device, every app, every room, and every family member in your entire home? That's a powerful tool right at your fingertips, and it's free. So if you are interested in the best Wi-Fi, a separate guest network, parental controls to protect your family, 24/7 managed Wi-Fi support, and whole home threat protection with Protect IQ, stop and download the Gigahood IQ app right now. If not, take your chances. An ultimate fiber experience. Get it free with the Gigahood IQ app from TSC.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to a beautiful night for high school football. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Mark Law, week number 8 of high school football action here on TSC. It's the 7-0 Wapakoneta Redskins and the 1-6 Kenton Wildcats. Before we take a break real quick here, Mark, what are your thoughts?
You know, looking at tonight's game, Kenton comes in leading the league in passing, and we come in with the number one defense for passing. So I think it's going to be the game of our defense against their pass game tonight.
They certainly can put some points on the board, so our defense is going to hold steady. And we'll be back with the start of tonight's action right after this timeout.
Your outdoor fun starts here at Dad's Toy Shop. See us today for all of your favorite remote control land, air, and watercraft, and so much more. Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all of your hobby needs. Personal service, That's Home Savings Bank. Locally owned and operated, Home Savings Bank takes pride in being part of the Wapakoneta community since 1941. Home Savings Bank continues to offer more services like online bill pay, ID Theft Smart, a mobile banking app, home mortgage and equity loans, construction loans, lines of credit, savings accounts, IRAs, and more. All with friendliness, integrity, and the personal service you deserve. Home Savings Bank in downtown Wapakoneta.
Bushita Creek Steaks, naturally delicious, antibiotic, and hormone-free. From fresh, grass and grain-fed, free-to-roam cattle. Bushita Creek is a family-owned and operated 210-acre free-range ranch right here in Ohio. And we take the time to custom-fit your order to exactly what you want for steaks, roasts, hamburger, pet treats, gifts, freezer boxes, and much more. Check us out on the web at PushitaCreekSteaks.com. That's PushitaCreekSteaks.com.
Friday Night Football, everyone's favorite time of the season. The energy, the band, it all ties together perfectly. You deserve the same from your real estate transaction. Located in downtown Wapak and operating all throughout Northwest Ohio since 2012, Merritt Real Estate is here to provide you with exceptional service and commitment to ensure you get the most out of your real estate experience. From Friday night lights to Friday morning coffees on the porch, Merritt is with you because in Wapak, community comes first. Get more with Merritt, your home team in real estate.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big Dan Wilson and Mark Law. As I mentioned, week number 8 already, Mark. Hard to believe, right?
Yeah, it's crazy, but the weather this year has been amazing for football in Ohio.
I think tonight might be the coldest evening, and I don't think it's going to get much colder than maybe 60 degrees, but still a beautiful night for football. Good crowd on hand here tonight for senior night. So we got to see all the senior football players, the cheerleaders, and all the other seniors and all the other sports walk across the field with their parents. And I could personally say that was probably one of my proudest moments in my athletic career, was walking across the football field with my mom and dad.
Yeah, especially for those seniors, like you said, this is the last year for them to be out there, in front of this crowd. And yeah, it's a special time of the year for them, and to share that with their parents, it's a great feeling.
And, of course, it was all about football back in the day, but the fact that they're able to bring in all the other sports and the senior participants in those sports across the field on a Friday night with a full crowd in front of them, that's pretty cool too.
Yeah, it's nice to get all the programs out there and see all those different seniors. A lot of people might know names, but they don't know faces. So to see those kids and put that kid with a name and that they're familiar with, and it's nice to see that.
Let's talk about this Kenton team. I mean, obviously they've been able to put some points on the board, but they're only 1-6 coming into this game. The quarterback has some really good targets. Zane Perkins, number 1 in the WBL as far as wide receiver catches, or number 1 wide receiver, if you want to call it that, in the WBL. Not far behind at number 3 is Maddox McFarland. So let's talk about that receiving core and that quarterback.
Yeah, when you're going 4 and 5 wide, they're always going to have some guys out there, and those 2 receivers that right now are right there at the top of the league. And again, Kenton's in that offense where you pretty much see 5 wide. Every once in a while they'll put a running back in the backfield, but pretty much they're going to be throwing the ball all night.
And Drew Niekamp with the kick. And back to receive is number 2 for Kenton. That's Blaine Bouchon.
Yeah.
Did I have that right?
No, he's number 2, but
no.
He's not the quarterback.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you're right. But it is weird though. You see their quarterback; he is the punter though, so that makes things interesting on 4th down. You saw that too, and it was thinking 3.
Quick strike. That's number 22, McFarland, on the receiving end, and just like that, man.
Yeah, we're going to pretty much be in a nickel all night. You're going to see 5 defensive backs out there on the field. Again, it's nice to see Chase Mullen back again this week. So again, Chandy Miller will be in at linebacker, and they'll move Mullen to that nickel back.
Xavier Gammon, number 13, is the quarterback with 4 wide receivers to the right. He looks to the right as they set up the screen, and that's number 10, Seal Scott, on the receiving end of both the ball and a punishing hit.
Yeah, Darren Hauser right there on the hit. As soon as he caught the ball, yep, Darren Hauser coming from that linebacker position, made a nice tackle there.
Hey, watch vertical release, watch vertical release.
All right, so gain of 1, 2nd and 9. He's got a little bit of time. Now he's feeling some pressure, and he's going down.
I talked to Braylon Water before the game tonight, and we were talking about getting some pressure on the quarterback since he's going to be back there all night. He goes, yeah, I'm going to get me some sacks. And I said, he goes, I'm going to get 3 tonight. And I was like, all right, sounds good. So there's 1 for the start of it.
Oh, calling his shots already.
Yep.
I like that.
He's going to put a lot of pressure on him tonight, him and Nate Niekamp.
Just underway, first quarter action here from Wapakoneta. 7-0 Redskins, 1-6 Wildcats. 4 wide receivers out to the right. Gammon steps up in the pocket, looks across the field, has a man open, and what a nice catch. Did he hang on to that ball?
He did. He did a nice job once he got outside the pocket. He kept his eyes down the field, and it's just a matter of time, finding one of those guys open down the field. Again, Braylon Waters was bringing the pressure again, though.
Huff on the receiving end there. And that was a nice stick, too, but he held on to the ball, and it's near midfield, so they made up for the sack, and they're on the move. 1st and 10. They set up their own screen. That's Hommel. And Hommel's got some running room down the sideline, but there's a flag.
Yeah, they might have been holding on our corner out there on Richardson, out there on the edge.
Let's talk about that Xavier Gammon again. As far as a quarterback is concerned, he's had a pretty good year. He's only a freshman.
Right.
Hard to believe.
And you look back at years past when Kenton's had some really good teams. They bring in a young freshman, and then they have him for 4 years, in that program. So, this year he's getting a ton of reps. He's leading the league in passing. So, they're only going to get better.
I think one of the big things you have to be cognizant of by putting a freshman in at quarterback against an experienced defense like Wapak, you don't want to get him hurt out there either.
Yeah.
And after the penalty,
there's a rare run that you don't see too often.
Yeah, I was going to say, caught me by surprise.
Yeah. I talked to Coach Fackler before the game. Coach Fackler was back defensive coordinator when Mike Mock was there, and he had been retired. And his son, Bryce, who ended up playing up at Kent State, is now back coaching at Kenton. So Brent came back out, and this is his 2nd year back of coaching again, and he said how many injuries they had, and they're playing really young offensive line, a lot of sophomores and freshmen up in that offensive line, he said.
Gammon hands it off to Sprang, or was that number 18 again? That's Rogel.
Yep.
Rogel, the ball carrier, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and Wyatt Buell there making the tackle for the Redskins. So, again, you have, Tate Niekamp, Wyatt Buell, and Braylon Edwards. All 3 of those guys can run to the ball. That's what's huge about that defense there.
2nd and 9 from the Wapak 37, just underway. Wapak's got to tighten it up a little bit on the defense here. Gammon has time, sets up that screen. That's number 10, Seal Scott.
They have all week of practice, and they have a scout quarterback trying to, simulate Kenton, and that's hard for a scout team to simulate this offense. So it's going to take probably a series for our defense to settle in, get used to the speed and different sets. So
Noah Bishop on the tackle, and then when we look at the Wapak defense right now, the corners are trying to step it up. And there's that slant that Kenton has thrown.
Well, this might be a holding call. Yes, this is going to be a big call.
Oh, yeah.
It's a spot foul, so, that's 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. I think he pretty much tackled Tate Niekamp on that one.
Well, he got enough for the first down, but like you said, the penalty is going to bring it back. We'll take time to thank our sponsors for tonight's contest. As always, our good friends at Dye Real Estate and Land Company, Pashita Creek Steaks, Dad's Toy Shop, and Miller Brothers Tire. That'll put the ball back at the 44-yard line of Wapakoneta.
Big 3rd down here.
8:24 remaining here in the first quarter. Wapak yet to touch the ball.
See defense tighten up a little bit. Maybe just let them catch it in front of you and make a tackle here. Force 4th down.
Two wide receivers.
A little draw. Nice job, Wyatt Buell.
My. Wow.
Yeah, Wyatt did a nice job of separation from that center, and yeah, nice tackle there.
So they don't usually punt much. Like, they never punted.
Right.
And it looks like they still don't like to punt the ball on 4th and 18.
They probably figure out we're across the 50,
Gammon.
Yeah, there's Waters bringing the pressure again.
Yeah, he's feeling the pressure. Looks, throws, and boy, that was
gonna
caught.
Be close.
And that's near the first down marker.
I think he's going to be.
30.
I think he's going to be about a yard short.
Oh, let's see where they mark it.
I think he's a yard short. Boy, that was close though. He needed one more yard. That was a nice connection there.
That was a nice catch and a little toe tap to stay in, but yeah, short by a yard. So Wapak will take over on downs. And we'll call it 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line.
I was watching some tape on the Kenton defense this weekend. It definitely reminded me of Coach Fackler back in the day. This defensive line, you'll see angle a lot. They'll twist a lot. So they're doing a lot of things up front a lot of times. They're usually out tilt a guy over the center pretty much all night.
5 wide receiver set for Moyer, and it's quarterback keeper all the way up over to the 30, over the 35, and boy, he took a hard hit there from Maddox Hommel.
Yeah, Carson Gordon also there. Kenton usually has a pretty strong defense, but again, I was looking to get tonight, and again, it seems like they got a lot of sophomores out there, so I think they're playing a young team this year.
Well, that little extra something as Moyer was going down, that was a pretty hard hit right there. 2nd and 2, we'll call it 2nd and 2 from the 37. 6:50 remaining here in the first quarter. Wapak's first possession of the game, trips out to the left. That's Mullen in the backfield as they set up the screen to Mullen. Threw it to his back shoulder, slowed him down, and the Kenton Wildcats are going to push him back for a loss.
Yeah, that was a nice pursuit down the line of scrimmage by the defensive line there. That short pass, but defensively they came right down the line of scrimmage and was able to hold him for basically no gain.
Yeah, I hate to see this offense get a little lazy when they look at Kenton's record 1-6. They still have some athletes out there defensively. They still have some, a pretty potent offense that could put points on the board and move the ball up and down the field. So they can't be lackadaisical out there tonight. And this is a big 3rd down for them in that first possession. 3rd and 4, trips out to the left, and that's Bishop in motion. And the screen out to Mullen, and that's not going to go anywhere. Boy, what a nice stop.
Yeah, Junior Wright did a great job. He was the defensive end. He lined up. They had a 6-man front, and then all of a sudden those 2 defensive ends dropped off on the snap, and he dropped off right out into that flat where they were throwing the ball.
Yeah, they got both of those screens out to Mullen and shut it down. And now it's 4th and 10. They're going to have to bring out their punting unit. Boy, interesting statistic you have on the punts for Wapak.
Yeah, we've only had like 9 punts all year, and I think we're like tied with Bath, I think, for the least amount. I don't think Elliott has punted in like the last 3 games.
Oh, the
Kenton
ball
brought
looked like
the
it
pressure.
was blocked.
Yep, it was. Kenton brought some pressure. Like we said, our punt team hasn't been on the field in 3 games, so yeah, they brought some pressure and got hands on that one.
Wow, big turnover. Let's even talk about the turnover ratio for Wapak. I think you had some statistics on that, or maybe not.
Let me see.
I mean, Wapak really hasn't.
I think for the season, as far as turnovers, we're a +4, which is like the top of the league.
Yeah, I had written something down. Yeah, there you go. So Kenton 1st and 10 from the Wapak 28-yard line. And that pass is caught by Hommel. And Hommel down the left sideline showing some speed. That kid's pretty quick.
Yeah, he put his shoulder down and kind of put Braden Bowersock on his tails there a little bit. And next thing you know, he's off for another 5-yard gain.
The team looks a little lazy today. They just the laissez-faire, or whatever you want to call it.
You know, sometimes coming off with that big game the week before, and then like you said, they were playing Kenton, a 1-6 team. Sometimes I might be a little lull that first half. Yeah, they're going to get a wake-up call here, especially if Kenton puts one in the end zone.
1st and 10 from the 16, and turning the left end is Rogel.
Bowersock did a nice job of getting off the block there, and then off the corner there.
Well, maybe that's what they need to wake them up, is for Kenton to score first.
You know, our defense, it seems like a lot of games this year, one first or second drive, we kind of give one up, and then it just seems like we shut everybody down after that. So, again, sometimes we got to make some adjustments. Like I said, get used to that game speed of what it's like with those athletes out there.
That one's not going anywhere. Nice shutdown by the defensive line.
Yeah, Tate Niekamp did a nice job there, just sealing down, making a tackle.
4:22 remaining in the quarter. This is Kenton's second possession of the game. They got here with a blocked punt. And now it's 3rd and 4 from the Wapak 10-yard line. They throw the screen out to the left, and it's caught inside the 5 and almost in the end zone. Knocked out of bounds, number 22. That's McFarland on the receiving end.
Yeah, Hummel out there for Kenton, the wide receiver, had a nice block on Braden Bowersock that, let him open up for that run after the catch.
Wow, 1st and goal for Kenton, just like that. That Rogel looks like a big boy. He's only 5'9", but he's 200 pounds, and he drops his shoulder, drops his head, and gets into the end zone.
Yeah, that's a good job for Kenton getting on the scoreboard after that turnover. Like you said, maybe this will kind of wake up the Redskins a little bit.
Wow. So with 4:01 remaining in the quarter, the Wildcats draw first blood. Wow.
Looks like they got a freshman out here kicking for their PATs. I talked to one of their coaches, and they didn't have a kicker when the season started. They just got him out like 3 weeks ago, they said.
It seems like they've never had a kicker.
Yeah.
So here's the snap, the place. The kick is high and doinks off the upright. So with 4:01 remaining, Kenton takes the first lead, 6-0. We'll be back right after this timeout. You're watching Wapakoneta High School football on TSC.
At Ely Funeral Home and Crematory, we have years of experience caring for families from all walks of life. Each family comes to us because they know we are leaders in our profession, dedicated to excellence in service, and have the highest integrity. Our goal is to provide our client families with celebrations of their loved one's life and the time they share. We give every family in our community unique opportunities to learn, share, and remember. For more information, visit us at EelyFuneralHomeAndCrematory.com.
Lee's new crispy golden fried spicy wings come in packs of 6, 12, or 20. That means they're perfect for solo snacking or feasting with family and friends. Sorry, not sorry to your old favorite wing spot. Only at Lee's, famous for chicken.
Founded in 1914, Minster Bank has never lost its focus that separates us from every other bank, and that is helping people achieve financial success. At Minster Bank, we take pride in knowing our customers personally. You can expect a relationship with someone who understands your unique needs and can provide the solutions to help. We're Minster Bank, helping you achieve financial success. Minster Bank, minsterbank.com, member FDIC.
G.A. Windsor & Son Company, family-owned and the original recycler since 1848. We're proud to be headquartered in Wapakoneta, and our commitment to the community has never changed. We celebrate the hard work of our employees and provide our customers with the best service available in our industry, all while being environmentally conscious. We are proud of our city and proud of our workers. We are G.A. Windsor & Son. Visit us on the web at gawindsor.com.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Mark Law. Week number 8 of high school football here on TSC. It's the 7-0 Wapakoneta Redskins and the 1-6 Kenton Wildcats, but you wouldn't know it by the scoreboard right now, as Kenton blocked a punt, took over on the Wapak 28-yard line and punched it in on a Rogel 1-yard run to take the lead and a missed extra point. And that's going to be a short kick. That's going to be taken over the shoulder.
Yeah, Gage Vaughn there.
We've seen Vaughn return a couple of kickoffs this year. A couple of squib kicks and things like that, but nonetheless.
Yeah, so Kenton, like I said, when I watch them, their defensive line, they'll line up 6 on the line. A lot of times they'll drop the 2 linebackers off the edges, but the inside guys are either slanting, angling, twisting. They're always moving, making it hard for the offensive linemen.
You know, that's old school, those old defensive stunts and stuff, trying to, catch the create some confusion and catch the offensive line off guard. Trips out to the left for Moyer, 2 wide receivers to the right. He'll take the snap. They're going to set up another screen. This time it's Caden Page up over the 40. Breaks the tackle up over the 50. And he got the blocks on that one. Nice 15-yard gain.
Yeah, nice job by Braylon Walter coming and making a hit there. Again, you talked about getting guys out there on the ball. He had 2 blockers out there in front of him. Makes a little difference. And then Caden Page just has to make one guy miss. And
that's it.
Yep.
Then he just puts it in gear and strides it out from there. So just like that, Wapauks in Kenton territory on their 46, 1st and 10, 3:37 remaining in the quarter. That's Page in motion. He'll take the handoff on the end around, up over the 50, 45, 40, looking for a block. There's a flag down, and that could be holding on Wapak.
Man, Junior Wright again, though, had him in the backfield there. He did a nice job. He just couldn't get to him, but he just needs to be a little bit wider there on that. But, man, Caden Page, after it got past him, I think we got a hold out there on the edge on our corner.
You know, that was a good showcase of Page's ability to really make people miss. I mean, he's got some very elusive moves to him that you wouldn't think, once he strides it out, I mean, he's gone.
Yep.
But in the short game, he can zig and zag and plant his foot and cut with the best of them. And, of course, Jared Mullen is one of my favorites. He plants that foot, man, and forget it. You're left picking up your jock strap.
Bringing in Caleb Wackoff into the backfield.
1st and 12 after the penalty. It's a Moyer keeper. Moyer up inside the 45, and we'll call it a gain of about 7 on the play.
Yeah, Lincoln Hyman from his safety position came out and make a tackle there. Caleb did a nice job of leading block up in the hole there and freed Caleb for a good 6-7 yards.
Want to thank our sponsors, Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. Merritt Real Estate had a chance to catch up with Ryan Place in front of the post office where everybody gets caught up. Minster Bank, Allen Davis Insurance Agency, and Elevation Chiropractic. Saw Mike Noggle at Service Club. That guy can eat a couple of cheeseburgers, man. He could still play, I'll tell you that much. Moyer throws the screen out the Page, trying to follow his block. Adams had a nice block for him as he gets it inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Adams had the first one, and then Noah Bishop had the second one. And, again, there you talk about Caden Page just out there in space.
That's okay.
Yep, avoiding those tackles, and, yeah.
It was beautiful because actually there was a block to the outside and a block to the inside, and he knows how to feed off those blocks.
And sometimes they lull them to sleep. They throw those little screens out there, and then eventually they'll slip one of those blockers off deep, for a deep pass off of that. And so they'll fake a little pump fake out there to the screen and then, catch one of those guys deep later in the game.
1st and 10 from the Kenton 29-yard line, down to 15 remaining in the first quarter. Wapauck's second possession of the game. That's Page in motion to the left. It's going to be a handoff, and Mullen's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, Carson Gordon right there, number 51, did a nice job getting off a block and meeting Mullen right at the line of scrimmage, keeping him for basically no gain.
Yeah, Mullen had a good return to the field last week. It was nice to see him back in full force, if you will, as Adams and Bishop re-enter the game here on 2nd and 10 from the 29. But they're keying on Mullen tonight. They may be keying on Page, but they're not very successful so far. That's what do we got out there? We got Richardson split wide to the left. That's Trips to the left. Moyer's going to run the ball right up the gut, breaks a tackle, looking for a block, over the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown!
Wow, they went empty there, and they spread him way out. And then Ethan Becker, the backside guard, just pulled around and basically led Caleb right through there. Nice run, nice block.
Moyer, 29-yard touchdown run to get Wapak on the board and knot it back at 6 with $1:24 remaining in the quarter. All right, so they knocked off the cobwebs on that drive. All right, I'm happy. Let's talk about knee camp, too, and the season this young man is having. Snap, the place, a kick, and Elliott again with a great pickup and place of that ball.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen that this year?
Yeah, they kind of rolled one back to him, and he was able to get it up off the turf and get it set, and nice kick there by Drew.
Well, with $1:24 remaining, Wapak takes the lead 7-6. We'll keep it right here. We'll tell you a little bit about the schedule, what's remaining. Of course, tonight was senior night, and we'll share that with you later on in the game, probably at halftime or at the end of the game. All the seniors that came across the field tonight in all the sports. Next week, we stay right here. We're against Elida. And Elida, so far coming into tonight's, this weekend's contest, they're 4-3. And then, of course, we finish the regular season on the 24th at Bath.
Another good game tonight might be that St. Mary's and Shawnee game, So that'll be an interesting game to see.
St. Mary's is 4-3. Yeah. Shawnee is 5-2.
So that'll be an interesting game tonight.
Very much so. Yeah. Yeah, really, really impressed with the kicking game of the Wapakoneta Redskins this year. Of course, Niecamp's been a solid performer. Other than that block that Elliott had, that block punt that set up the touchdown, I mean, they've been pretty good punting the ball. And then every so often we see Gavin Gillespie kicking off.
McFarland returning the kick here for Kenton Wildcats.
McFarland over to the 20, over to the 25. He's got the sideline to the 40, up over the 45, and knocked out of bounds just before midfield.
Yeah, Tate Niekamp had to push him out of bounds
Wow.
there, keep him from taking it the distance. Might get a little block in the back here. There, a couple flags down on the field.
Oh, it's going to negate that great return. Yep. Oh, my.
Yep.
And just for good measure, another zebra threw his yellow flag on there. Yeah, I saw it too. He could practically hide it in his beard. Look at the beard on that guy.
That's a Wapak grad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We can name names if you know who it is.
Johns.
Okay. Wow.
It's not John Johns. That's his brother. Oh, boy. It'll come to me. He was a track runner. Ran cross country track.
Wow.
Yeah. He was a very good runner.
Now let's see where they're going to mark it here. It's going to be at the 17-yard line, 16-yard line. So they'll start at the 16. 4 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Gammon has whistles, and it's a false start against Kenton.
Boy, I really like our defensive front right there. When you got Walter and Niekamp and then Buell over those 3 guys, man, we should be able to get some good pressure here, I think.
Last week we talked about the running attack of Shawnee, and I was kind of surprised they didn't run the big guy for Shawnee.
Because that one series, he had a really good series, and then it was like he disappeared almost.
They just took the ball out of his hands for some reason.
Oh, he was stuck hard. Boy, Channing Miller and Hauser both nailed him at the same time.
1st and 10 for Gammon, and he's going to lose 4 yards on that quarterback keeper.
That was a nice stick.
Probably could have lost a lung. He was hit so hard, too. 2nd and 14. Clock under a minute now.
They're bringing Channing again.
And they're going to throw that slant. Oh.
Yeah, that slant's just getting inside that linebacker. Gage Vaughn was right there. But, yeah, that slant's hard to cover when they get inside like that.
And they've been running that for 20 years, man.
So they brought Channing Miller on a little blitz there. We'll see if they bring some pressure here on 3rd down or if they just drop him off into a zone here.
Stops the clock with 42 seconds remaining. 3rd and a bunch. They're not going to go for it on 4th down if they don't get any.
Not down here, I wouldn't think.
No way.
Oh, they did
Gammon
bring Miller
looks.
again.
They set up the screen.
Nice job. Again, there's Wyatt Buell coming from his nose position all the way out in the flats after getting pressure.
Buell snuffed that out, baby.
The Kentons, it's that quick passing game, so Buell brings a little pressure and just kept on running. He went from his nose position all the way out in the flats to make that tackle.
That was great hustle. Great hustle. And 25 seconds on the play clock and 15 seconds on the game clock, and it looks like they're just going to run it down and bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the one thing you always talk about in coaching, as far as talent goes. You just can't coach speed. Kids have it and kids don't. And,
That's right.
And you can't coach that. Kids that have it, it's amazing.
And when they have it on defense, it's evil.
Yes.
That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter with the score. The Wapakoneta Redskins 7, the Kenton Wildcats 6. We'll be back after this timeout. You're watching Wapakoneta High School football on TSC.
Jake from State Farm. I really want that personal price plan, so I'll admit it. I'm a bath bomb guy.
Dude, you do not need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan simply helps you create an affordable price just for you.
For real?
Who's ready for their jazz bath? No?
Who is that guy?
This is Jimmy from Jimmy Sager State Farm in Wapakoneta, Ohio. Stop in our office at 201 East Augley Street or call 419-738-7506 or check us out on the web at jimmysager.com for your free, no-obligation quote.
Tired of searching for the right tire? Then you'll be glad you found Miller Brothers Tire Service. If it's round, rubber, and rolls, we've got it. Lawn and garden, agricultural and industrial, and everything in between. Miller Brothers is your one-stop super shop for everything tires and wheels. We offer the best service around, and we're family-owned and operated. And you know what? We're still going to be here tomorrow because we're on our second generation, and we've been here for 70 years. Give us a call or visit us online at millerbrostoire.com for all your tire and wheel needs. At Elevation Chiropractic, our mission is to elevate your health and lifestyle, providing you the best customer service possible and making everyone who comes through our door feel welcomed and valued. Dr. Mike Noggle and his team recognize each patient is unique and tailor care plans to meet their needs. By having multiple techniques and therapies, it allows us to get results patients need and desire. We invite you to join the family at Elevation Chiropractic and experience the benefits of consistent chiropractic care. We understand that healing takes time, and we're committed to supporting you every step of the way. Contact us today to schedule an appointment and begin your journey towards elevated health and well-being. Elevation Chiropractic in Wapakoneta. Call 419-738-4373 or visit us at elevationchiroohio.com. Mike Feaster is a proud graduate of Wapakoneta High School and takes that same pride into his work as owner of Feaster Residential Inspectors. They provide detailed home and commercial inspections, and Mike works with you to know the condition before you purchase that home or business. Whether you're buying or selling a home or business, you can count on Mike and his team of professional inspectors to give you all the information you need to know. Call 419-371-8468 or visit us at feasterinspectors.com.
To the Cancer Association of Alvarez County. Please join us in thanking everyone who purchased a pink out shirt for making a difference right here at home. And now we invite everyone in the stands to raise your Stand Up for Cancer signs high in honor of all our cancer warriors, those currently fighting, those we've lost, and those who continue to inspire us every day. Together, we stand up for cancer.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Mark Law. Hard to believe it's week number 8, but it's still a beautiful night for high school football.
Yeah, we got two of our best weapons out there returning here. We got Mullen back there and Caden Page.
And they're standing right
this is where we like to get the ball into their hands in space.
Line. Yeah, right inside the 50-yard line. Come on. Get after this football. Oh, they're going to fake it. The throw is overthrown.
And they had him, too. They had him.
Gammon was the quarterback. They had a wide-open receiver out on the right side. And the ball was overthrown, and it could have been a first down. It should have been a first down. Wow.
Well, we got to make this one hurt now.
Yeah, you got to go after it now. One play, man. One play. Go to the end zone. What a way to start the second quarter. And it was so promising to start the game for the Kenton Wildcats. They moved the ball down into Wapak territory, then had to turn it over on downs. Then they blocked the Elliott punt and then scored the first points of the game. Here's Moyer, looks to the right, caught. It's Caden Page. Nice stiff arm inside the 10.
Yeah, I was talking to Brett Copeland today. I was like, man, I was watching, Kenton's defense. I said all their defensive backs are like 5'8", 5'9". I think they only have one guy that's like 6 foot. So it's like, you look at our receivers, Caden Page out there, and
why aren't we throwing it in the end zone?
Yeah,
why are we throwing these screens?
I'm sure we're going to throw it down the field here before long, especially Caleb Adams. I think, what is he, 6'6"?
Taking long.
Throw one out there to him.
Yeah. We got Richardson and Bishop split wide to the left, trips out to the right. Adams is over there. The short right, that's Mullen in motion to left. Quarterback keeper? No, he's going to look right, throws it hard and juggled and still held on to. Great hands there by Kate.
I guess they're going to just say, if you're going to give us 5 yards, we're going to take 5 yards. So they're just playing pitch and catch out there with Caden Page right now.
Well, that time he almost lost the catch, but that was a good juggling act to hold on to it. Just underway, second quarter action. Wapak up 7-0. They took their second possession of the game.
See if Kenton brings up their corners a little bit, be a little tighter here.
They marched at 60 yards and finished with a Moyer 29-yard touchdown run. Probably a Moyer run right here. And it is. Moyer inside the tackle and down to about the 1 yard line.
Yeah, Kenton did a nice job there because, they had 2 lead blockers. They had Mullen lead blocking and Caleb Wackoff, and then they also pulled a guard. So Kenton did a nice job there keeping him out of the end zone.
So now it's 3rd and goal. And probably the length of the football to get it into the end zone.
I think they're bringing in Tate Niekamp and Braylon Water, both 2 tight ends possibly here. You haven't seen that much this year.
So you're going to line up under center? I would hope so.
Yep, looks that way, yeah. Yep. 2 tights.
Charge it forward.
2 backs.
Yeah.
And sneak it in.
Yeah, his strength alone is going to put it into the end zone, and yet no indication yet. What's going on? We have a touchdown yet or what?
There they are. They're signaling.
All right. Touchdown, Wapakoneta. Wow. That was a major delay right there. Well, just when we thought there wasn't going to be much of a crowd from Kenton, they're doing a great job of filling up the stands as they straggle in from Hardin County. Niekamp for the extra point. Elliott with a great job of setting that up, too. And I'll tell you, we got to work on that snap, man. We can't get in the cold weather and have it skating across the turf. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a wet turf, we could be running into some major problems there. But the extra point is good. So with 9:50 remaining, we'll keep it right here. We just had a timeout. And Wapak extends their lead 14-6. Want to thank our sponsors once again, Auglays Audiology, State Farm Insurance, our good friend Jimmy Sager, G.A. Windsor & Son Home Savings Bank, and Ted Miller and the crew at Miller's Corral. Boy, I love those guys. Been doing business with them for nearly 40 years. When Ted's father, the late Jim Miller, ran the business, and they had old bedrock water beds in downtown Wapakoneta. What a great business that was. And actually, that was Ted's responsibility, was the waterbed business, or the furniture part of that business. And now still going strong. And the reason is because of sales and service. They'll not only take out the old appliance, they'll install the new appliance, and they'll make sure it's running perfectly for you and your family. Miller's Corral in the Grandview Plaza.
Got McFarland and Bashong back for Kenton to receive here.
Wietkamp's kick. Boy, it sounded like a brick from up here. Lands just inside the 20. And, boy, he broke away. Got some nice running room there. That's number 17, Gordon. Isaac Gordon.
He was one of the up guys, and he received a short kick there.
I'll tell you, I've seen some pretty good speed on the Wildcats side of the field here tonight so far. But they do have a young team, Mark. They really do.
Yeah. But, and that could be scary down the road sometimes.
1st and 10 from the 32. And that's going to be a run right up the gut, a very rare run.
Yeah, it seemed like Braylon Water was just sitting back waiting for that to come to him that time. He didn't seem like he was getting a lot of pressure off the ball, the snap. He just sat back and read that, did a nice job making a tackle there.
Rogel, the senior. Gain of about 4 on the play. We'll call it 2nd and 6, maybe a long 5. 2 wide receivers left. Trips out to the right. Actually, trips out to the right. Gammon takes the snap, and he's just going to keep it and runs into his own guy and then gets pushed back inside the 30. What happened there?
Again, you got Wyatt Buell and Braylon Edwards just again playing with hands on, getting off a block. They're bringing some pressure, and then he tried to step up and run it, and they were like right there.
They just pushed the blocker backwards.
Yep.
I mean, they pushed the blocker into the quarterback. Like they guided him back there. It's amazing. That was a great defensive play. Loss of a couple. 3rd and 7. There's that slant. And, boy, what a nice hit by Bishop.
Noah had a nice break on the ball. As soon as the ball was thrown, he was breaking. As soon as the ball was caught, boy, he's putting a head on him. So keep him short there.
Hummel didn't have anywhere to go as Bishop laid the pipe on him, man.
Well, let's see if we play a little tighter out there on those receivers. It's like Braden Bowersock out there on one of the receivers.
Yep, they're showing punt.
Yep.
On 4th and 4 from the 38. They've got motion to the right. Low snap. And that's going to be taken on the short punt by Page. Page looking for some running room up over the 40. And a return of about 10 yards on the play. So Wapak with good field position.
With him as a quarterback out there, back there punting, I think they kind of rule him out as that punt. And I think he's as he's rolling out, he kind of reads his receivers. If there's one open, he'll throw it. If not, he's going to punt it away.
Yeah. Yeah, that I would assume that's the kind of read. That's what you want.
Yeah.
He's the quarterback. He'll know. He'll see it. I'm surprised they wouldn't run some kind of a pick play with their wideouts on a punt like that. 1st and 10 for the Skins from the 44. That's Mullen in motion to the left. They're going to throw it to the right, and that's Caden Page as he dances inside the 50-yard line.
Like I said, if Kenton doesn't start pressing a little bit, they're going to do that all night long. They're giving Caden Page, 5, 6, 7 yards out there every play. So
they were showing the screen out to the left to Mullen, and he quickly turned to his right, fired it to Page, and Page got 7 on the play.
They're either going to have to bring that corner up a little bit tighter or have that linebacker widen out just a little bit to try to get in that throwing zone.
I would press him, yeah. If I was that defense, I'd be pressing him. That's for sure. 2nd and 3. That's Page split wide to the right. He's looking that way, and there he goes again.
Yep.
He's got enough for the first down with only one blocker in front of him, and that was Adams. And I don't even know if Adams made a block on that play. It's just
they got the ball in the hash there, so he's throwing it to the short side of the field. I mean, it's pitch and catch. I mean, like I said, you get number 14 out here. What is he, 5'8", 5'9"?
Yeah.
And you got Caden Page out there, so it's like,
1st and 10, Wapakoneta from the Kenton 39. The only thing that bothers me is they keep playing that game. That could lead to some injuries. You know what I mean? When you've got the defense coming at you like that. But
hey, Caden Page, or no, excuse me,
it's Adams.
Yeah.
Adams on the receiving end.
He did a nice job of turning that up the field and getting some extra yards as well. Good little yak after the catch there.
Yeah, they kind of lost track of him. His DB was well off of him. And Moira got it to him quickly. Adams turned it upfield for a Wapak first down. So 1st and 10 from the Kenton 27. 7:09 remaining here in the first half. Trips out to the left. Moyer looks left, sets it up to Page. Page with one man to beat, and he doesn't get past him. And a host of white jerseys there to slow him down.
Yeah, Bushing did a nice job there. You don't see that too often, one guy tackling Jarrett Mullen out in space like that. He did a nice job, come up, got a hold of his jersey, and he did not let him go.
Yeah, and that's dangerous too because he's coming off an injury, and he was still trying to stand up and break that tackle, even though he had like 2, 3, and then 4 white jerseys all over him. Wow. I don't know. It's these kind of games that make me leery. I mentioned it. That's the second time I mentioned it as far as possible injuries, but we've got to be smart, too, about our ball play. 2nd and 8 from the 25, and that's a quarterback keeper, and he gets spun around. Boy,
wow.
That's a big boy.
Yeah, there's a huge, big block right in the hole there. Mullen come up, and the middle linebacker met him in the hole, which gave Caleb a nice little release there. But, man, Mullen took a nice shot right in the hole.
Trey Johnson, the sophomore, 280 pounds of him.
Yep.
Used a nice little takedown technique and spun Moyer down to the ground. 3rd and 4. Trips out to the left. That's Page split wide to the right. Let's keep an eye on him. Quarterback keeper maybe. And that is exactly what it is.
Yeah, outside linebacker, the number 22. He did a nice job of reading the play. He's able to get a tackle there, McFarland.
He's going to be short of the first down, man. So it's 4th and at least 2. I'm surprised we're not going deeper on our passes. I mean, we're keeping everything short, within 5, maybe 10 yards, not even 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. Big 4th down there.
Yeah, got the big number 74, Bryson Lubis, to jump offside there.
That's another 270-pounder there once that truck got moving.
He's a big boy.
You weren't going to stop him.
Nice first down, though.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Yep.
5:08 remaining here in the half. Wapak up 14-6. They'll fire the clock up again. 1st and 10. And we'll call it the 14-yard line. Yeah, everything's still moving kind of slow for me, against this Kenton team. I don't know. That's Ryan Richardson. He's been pretty quiet the last couple of weeks, or at least tonight. Split wide to the left. That's Mullen moving to the left. They look across the middle. He's the outlet. And picked up quickly by Kenton. It's going to be maybe a yard, 2. If anything.
Yeah, Bushing, again, corner did a nice job coming up, making a tackle. Free safety there as well, and the outside linebacker. So nice job of keeping Mullen short there.
It feels to me like they're keying on Mullen, man. It feels to me like they're spying him or something. It's like he can't get any running room.
Well, as a defensive coordinator, that's what you're going to do. You're going to take your number 1 and number 2 threat and see what you can do defensively to take them away. And right now they're doing a pretty good job of that, of keeping the ball away from Jared Mullen.
Trips out to the right for Moyer, takes the snap, looks to the right, throws it to Page, and that's what I'm talking about. That was a low hit, man.
He kind of got blocked and pushed into it.
This is getting scary for me, man.
Hemmett did a nice job of reading that screen, and he was out making a tackle right away.
Oh, that just wrenches my gut, man.
Sure, I'm surprised we haven't seen a little pump out there off that screen and throwing one down the field.
That's wrenching my gut, and I just don't like that. Kenton's getting there quickly. They're getting through the blocks, and they're hitting low. Big 3rd and 12 for the Skins. Moyer, 2-step drop, has plenty of time, and a wide open left side of the field. He doesn't run, he throws, and it's Mullen on the receiving end. In for the touchdown. There you go.
Yeah, when you have 5 receivers out there and you give him that much time, it's hard for defenses to, cover 5 guys for that long of time. So Caleb did a nice job extending the play, getting it out to Mullen out there down the field for a touchdown.
Wow. Yeah, get it off the line. Push the field, man.
See if Hauser can do a little better snap right here.
That was a gut-wrenching drive, man. 56-yard
Perfect snap.
drive.
There we go.
Niecamp's extra point is up and good. So with 3:10 remaining in the first half, Wapak extends their lead 21-6. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Wapakoneta High School football on TSC. I need to find some Tums.
Let me tell you about my friends at Miller's Corral, a family-owned discount appliance and furniture store right here in Wapakoneta. Miller's Corral has served customers in Wapakoneta and the surrounding area since 1981, and I can tell you firsthand, they beat the big box stores. Low prices on quality products and top-notch customer service. They're all about service, delivery, installation, and repair. Miller's Corral is an authorized dealer of such brands as Amana, FlexSteel, KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and more. Take my word for it, they are the best. For complete sales and service, visit my friends at Miller's Corral in the Grandview Plaza, Wapakoneta. Allen Davis Insurance Agency, your solutions provider in Wapakoneta, Lima, and Minster. Allen is a business owner and an active farmer and Farmers Insurance President's Council Hall of Fame inductee for 2025. Trust Allen Davis Insurance Agency for auto, home, life, commercial, and total farm protection with offices in Wapakoneta, Lima, and Minster. For more information, check us out on the web at allendavisinsurance.com. When it comes to land, some people just see earth. We see an investment. We see growth. We see profits. We see life. When it comes to your farm and your land, we'll help you see your investment. At Dye Real Estate Land Company, we know the land because we live it every day. Visit us today at dyerealestate.com. That's dyerealestate.com.
Are you having trouble making a decision about where to go for your hearing care? Well, let us help you cut through the noise. Hear what our patients have to say about us here at Auglai's and Sydney Audiology.
This place is absolutely amazing. Right when you walk in, it feels so homey, not like other doctors' offices.
Everyone at the office was so friendly and helpful. My audiologist did great at explaining the results and possible solutions.
Don't trust your hearing care to just anyone. See the professionals at Auglai's and Sydney Audiology.
Welcome back to Wapak. Big Dan Wilson and Mark Law as we discuss the play calling of Wapakoneta tonight. And can't argue with it if they're up 21-6, but there are some things I get concerned about. Here's the ensuing kickoff. Looking for some running room and not getting much there is number 9 for the Kenton Wildcats.
Yeah, and Braden Wireman down there for the Redskins on kickoff coverage. Nice tackle there.
Higma on the return, and they'll mark the ball right at the 20-yard line. Yeah, I just, I'm thinking that, man, we just have to go deep on these guys. We have to take them, spread the field a little bit more, and take advantage of their inexperience and lack of height, if you will. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line, 3:04 remaining in the half. They're going to run the same play. It's a screen, and it's a
no
pick.
Bishop on the pick. Little tip drill that you practice every day, and defensive backs. He did a nice job coming up as soon as the ball was thrown and went right through the receiver's hands, and no there for the tip drill and put him in the red zone for 1st and goal here.
Yeah, we went a little blurry on our main camera. And is that a flag after the play down at the 10-yard line?
I think there might. Yeah, he's picking up a flag.
What do we got here?
Got a holding call. After.
Yeah. Actually, a push in the back, it looks like, after the interception. Going to go against Wapak, and then they'll put the ball at the 20-yard line first.
So here's where you would like to throw one up right in the corner of the end zone here. One of those nice tall receivers you got.
Yeah, man. Come on.
Got 3 to choose from there. Pick one of them.
Yeah, no kidding. They like to run that post pattern with, with Bishop, and they run that post pattern with Page.
They're bringing Page and Richardson out here.
Richardson split wide to the right. That's a whack-off in motion to the right, and it's going to be a false start against Wapakoneta. Yeah, right after that interception by Bishop, we lost a little focus at our main camera. So my apologies to Josh and his lovely wife, Stephanie. If they couldn't see, that was exactly what happened. So anyway, that penalty puts the ball at the 25-yard line, 1st and 15.
I mean, Kenton's just running a man coverage here.
Moyer runs right, looks right, throws right, caught by Richardson. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, Kenton's just sitting back in a little soft zone. I mean, number 14 there, the corner, he was lined up about 7 yards, and he backpedaled out about 12 yards deep. So it's like, yeah, you got to take that underneath throw.
Nose of the ball just short of the 15. So that gets back the penalty yardage and then some. We'll call it 2nd and 5. 2:50 remaining here in the first half. Wapak up 21-6. That's Richardson wide left. Look for Bishop here. He split to the left. Mullen in motion to the right. They look for that quick hitter again to Page. Page trying to follow some blockers. He gets wrestled down inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, it has to take the linebackers to pursue to make a tackle out there because, again, our receivers are doing a nice job blocking on the defensive backs. And, again, Caden Page just working his way down the field.
That's enough for the first down, so it'll be 1st and goal for the Skins from the 9-yard line. 2:37 remaining. It says 2:44, but that's not right.
I mean, just throw one up in the corner of the end zone here. Let one of those big receivers go up and get one.
Yeah. Richardson to the left with Adams and Bishop. Page wide out to the right. Mullen in the backfield with Moyer, and there's a little confusion, and they had to call a timeout. Timeout on the field, 2:14 remaining. We'll keep it right here. Wow.
You know, because you look down the road and you start playing better teams, they're going to have better corners that can come up and make a lot of those plays on the, you know, the bubbles and the screens and those kind of things. So, but when you have those tall athletes out there on the edge, you know, give them a chance to go up and get a ball.
Absolutely. You know, I think, I don't know, I'm sure you've got a lot in your playbook that gives you diversity, gives you other opportunities to spread the field and play more of a deeper game, an over-the-top game. And when you come up against certain opponents, you have to be able to have that deep ball threat. And why not take advantage of it in a game like this where you can work on your timing, you can see where everybody's at. We felt pretty comfortable coming into this game. Yeah, Kenton's a threat offensively, but for us, offensively, we should be a little bit more creative. You know, that's kind of what I'm seeing in a game like this.
I just think with Ryan Richardson and Caleb Adams and, you know, Caden Page, you got 3 basketball guys out there that can go up and rebound. You know, throw a couple up to them.
Boy, and we've seen that. We've seen that out of Richardson, both offensively and defensively. So we know he can get the ball for sure. And Page, well, that speaks for itself. Moyer takes the snap. He's going to step up, and he's going to run. He's inside the 5, breaks a tackle into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, they were just spreading them out. And, again, Kenton playing soft defensively in the back secondary, and Caleb just pulled it down, and there was nobody in the middle of the field.
9-yard touchdown run for Caleb Moyer with 2:08 remaining in the half. Extends Wapak's lead 27-6. You know, that's something, you know, we really have to watch as far as this kicking game is concerned. I want to see where this snap goes. And that was a nice snap. Nice kick. And that doinks off the upright. A rare miss. So with 2:08 remaining, the score stays at 27-6, and we'll keep it right here. Yeah, so we looked a little bit at the regions as far as the playoffs are concerned. And coming into tonight, of course, we're in Division III. First 4 teams in each region will get a bye in week number 11. But, boy, you look at the number of undefeated teams, and, of course, we came from Region 12, right? So Tip City, Tippecanoe is undefeated. London is undefeated. Baden is undefeated. Miami Trace is 7-0. Oxford is 7-0. That's 5 teams over there that are 7-0.
Wow.
In Region 11, Watterson is 6-0, and there's 2 other teams that are undefeated. Region 9, Canfield and Cuyahoga Falls Christian Academy are both undefeated. And in our Region 10, Medina Buckeye is 7-0. They're just ahead of our Wapakoneta Redskins, also undefeated at 7-0. My son's teammate, Nate Bracey, one of the coaches there in Medina, a Wapakoneta grad and a Ohio Northern University grad. Had a good football career there, too. And I spoke with his mother at the DMV this past week. And she tells me they're expecting another boy. This will be their 3rd.
Wow.
So congratulations to the Bracey family and to Grandma and Grandpa who still live here in town.
They have a pond out in front of their house. I go out and fish there some in the summertime.
You fish at everybody's pond,
I know.
man.
It's nice to be a former coach and teacher. You know a lot of people around town. So
you're a fishing whore.
A lot of ponds.
If there's water and it swims, you'll find Mark baiting that hook.
You're just jealous because I catch more fish out in your pond than you do.
You probably do. But I still don't. I haven't fished that much this year. We had a fish kill, unfortunately, and I've been, less active on that particular pond. All right, man. 2:08 remaining, and Wapak doing what they're supposed to be doing. Beating Kenton 27-6. Here's the return up over the 20.
Yeah, Bushong did a nice job returning here.
Gets up over the 30, and he'll be stopped there.
You know, they've had some good returns tonight. We've been kind of keeping it kind of short on our kicks tonight. So, yeah, Kenton's in good field position here, 33-yard line.
What a crazy game tonight. It just doesn't feel like 27-6, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, we've just seen a lot of weird things.
It's kind of one of those games where, you're expecting to win, they're expecting to lose, but they're just here for the game, but you still got to play it.
Also got to give a big shout out to one of the former players here in Walpock, C.J. Sharp, across the way over there at Kenton. His son played for Kenton. And his dad coached here at Walpock when he played here.
Yep, I coached with Rick a few years.
1st and 10, and that's not going anywhere.
Again, Braylon Walter coming off a nice tackle there.
Boy, C.J. Sharp had one of my all-time favorite kickoff returns for a touchdown, man. He took it to the house, and I can't remember how far it was.
Was it 99 yards?
It was pretty.
I remember him. I do remember him having a long one.
Oh, it was insane. I lost my voice. I couldn't talk the rest of the night. I was so excited. That pass is complete.
Wow, they had like a double slant there.
Wow.
So Gage Vaughn was kind of in position, but he threw the one right behind him.
Jared Mullen was pulling a Muhammad Ali out there trying to punch that ball out, if you saw that. I mean, he was hammering at the ball trying to get a fumble there. 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line. They'll move the chains with $1:14 remaining. Trips out to the right, 2 to the left.
Boy, they are holding the area. There it is.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Braylon had a nice rush off the edge, and all Kenton could do to save him was just to grab his jersey.
And I think Gammon was happy for that because he would have been toast.
Yep.
Wow. Sometimes you have to hold just to save a life.
Yeah, and that was definitely one of them.
Wow.
He was coming hard.
So that'll back it up inside the 40-yard line. Let's call it the 39 of Kenton.
So again, pin your ears back and let those defensive ends come again.
Absolutely,
I wouldn't be surprised if either Hauser or Cheney Miller also blitz on this play.
Yeah,
right
I would
here.
like to see a few more blitzes on this. Yeah, I see Miller's out there. It's more like a 3-2 to me as far as the D is concerned.
Oh, nice job.
Oh, wow.
Walter's getting those long arms up there. He almost got a pick out of it.
Wow.
Boy, he is bringing pressure tonight.
Wow. I wonder if he can dunk a basketball, too. That was impressive. Holy mackerel. You know, I've been pleasantly surprised with both of those guys on the line. Braylon Walter and Niekamp. Tate Niekamp, 5 and 6, man.
Yeah, they're bringing Hauser this time.
Better. They get better and better.
Bringing some pressure.
Week.
Yep. Nice job, Chaney Miller coming on.
Oh,
nice job. Braylon Walter picking it up for a touchdown.
In for the touchdown.
It was kind of a delayed blitz on that.
Wow.
Chaney Miller, once the quarterback came out, Chaney brought some pressure, had a heck of a hit. You know, forced the ball out, and Braylon Walter's there to pick it up and take it in for a score.
And just like that, we were talking about them. Those two guys, man. And Walter just picked it up and saw the red end zone and said, I want a piece of that. Wow. 45 seconds remaining in the half, and Wapak tacks on another 6.
Defense putting the score on the board.
Wow. Okay. And maybe it's not that slow as I thought it was.
I tell you, it's just those first couple series they have to get used to that, you know. And
man.
yeah, you have a scout team all week long that you're trying to simulate that offense, but one of its game situations, it takes that defense, a series or two to kind of adjust and.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
But all right. 45 seconds remaining. It's 34-6. We'll keep it right here instead of taking a timeout. Want to remind you once again, as far as our schedule is concerned, we're here at home next week against Elida. And for you band members out there, it's band senior night. Tonight was senior night for all the athletes and cheerleaders in the fall sports. So that was nice to see tonight. And then we finished the season on the 24th at Bath. As we mentioned, if we continue on this path and stay in the top 4 in our region, which is Region 10 and Division 3, we'll have a bye week after the final regular season game. And
which that new twist this year, having a bye, is really going to help those teams.
If
you got guys hurt, you can get them back. And
it's about time.
Yeah.
It's about time. All right. Well, Kenton trying to be respectable before they call it a half, and we'll see if they try to get a return here. There's like a little pooch kick there.
Yeah, just squibbing it down there.
Oh,
got through him, though. That's a live ball, though. What's he going to do? Oh, he's going to let it go in the end zone, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, if that would have died like at the 1 yard line, man, that's a live ball.
Did I use the wrong word, respectable, and then they fumbled? Come on, man. You gotta have, I know you're getting beat 34-6, but come on, man. You still got to keep your head in the game. And again, this is what fears me the most when you have a game like this. I'm always thinking injuries, and it's not just for Wapak; it's also for Kenton. Because if they get in that mindset, hey, we're getting beat, and you take your mind out of the game, that's when you get hurt.
Oh, again, pressure. Braylon Walter again getting pressure on the quarterback. He's just coming off the edge.
He is having a game.
I can feel a little pain there because I know offensively Kenton's got like some young kids on their offensive line. When I talked to Coach Fackler before the game, he was just like, man, our injuries have really decimated their offensive line.
That before the game,
So I think Braylon's just like, I'm all out, baby.
And we've only got 3 guys rushing. Well, now Miller moves up to the line. He's at right end showing blitz. Mullen moves back into the inside. He stepped up and said something to the center. What was that?
That's probably one of those guys that's a freshman or a sophomore that's in there that hadn't played much.
The official caught it and said something to Mullen, but either way, that's going to bring us to the end of the first half here at Wapakoneta. With the score, the Wapakoneta Redskins 34, the Kenton Wildcats 6. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with second half action after this. You're watching Wapakoneta High School football on TSC.
Jake from State Farm. I really want that personal price plan, so I'll admit it. I'm a bath bomb guy.
Dude, you do not need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan simply helps you create an affordable price just for you.
For real?
Who's ready for their jazz bath? No?
Who is that guy?
This is Jimmy from Jimmy Sager State Farm in Wapakoneta, Ohio. Stop in our office at 201 East Auglay Street or call 419-738-7506 or check us out on the web at jimmysager.com for your free, no obligation quote.
Tired of searching for the right tire? Then you'll be glad you found Miller Brothers Tire Service. If it's round, rubber, and rolls, we've got it. Lawn and garden, agricultural and industrial, and everything in between. Miller Brothers is your one-stop super shop for everything tires and wheels. We offer the best service around, and we're family-owned and operated. And you know what? We're still going to be here tomorrow because we're on our second generation, and we've been here for 70 years. Give us a call or visit us online at millerbrostire.com for all your tire and wheel needs. At Elevation Chiropractic, our mission is to elevate your health and lifestyle, providing you the best customer service possible and making everyone who comes through our door feel welcomed and valued. Dr. Mike Noggle and his team recognize each patient is unique and tailor care plans to meet their needs. By having multiple techniques and therapies, it allows us to get results patients need and desire. We invite you to join the family at Elevation Chiropractic and experience the benefits of consistent chiropractic care. We understand that healing takes time, and we're committed to supporting you every step of the way. Contact us today to schedule an appointment and begin your journey towards elevated health and well-being. Elevation Chiropractic in Wapakoneta. Call 419-738-4373 or visit us at elevationchiroohio.com. Mike Feaster is a proud graduate of Wapakoneta High School and takes that same pride into his work as owner of Feaster Residential Inspectors. They provide detailed home and commercial inspections, and Mike works with you to know the condition before you purchase that home or business. Whether you're buying or selling a home or business, you can count on Mike and his team of professional inspectors to give you all the information you need to know. Call 419-371-8468 or visit us at feasterinspectors.com. At Ely Funeral Home and Crematory, we have years of experience caring for families from all walks of life. Each family comes to us because they know we are leaders in our profession, dedicated to excellence in service, and have the highest integrity. Our goal is to provide our client families with celebrations of their loved one's life and the time they share. We give every family in our community unique opportunities to learn, share, and remember. For more information, visit us at EelyFuneralHomeAndCrematory.com.
Lee's new crispy golden fried spicy wings come in packs of 6, 12, or 20. That means they're perfect for solo snacking or feasting with family and friends. Sorry, not sorry to your old favorite wing spot. Only at Lee's, famous for chicken.
Founded in 1914, Minster Bank has never lost its focus that separates us from every other bank, and that is helping people achieve financial success. At Minster Bank, we take pride in knowing our customers personally. You can expect a relationship with someone who understands your unique needs and can provide the solutions to help. We're Minster Bank, helping you achieve financial success. Minster Bank, minsterbank.com, member FDIC.
G.A. Windsor & Son Company, family owned and the original recycler since 1848. We're proud to be headquartered in Wapakoneta, and our commitment to the community has never changed. We celebrate the hard work of our employees and provide our customers with the best service available in our industry, all while being environmentally conscious. We are proud of our city and proud of our workers. We are G.A. Windsor & Son. Visit us on the web at gawindsor.com.
Our first combined selection is a middle school band classic. This is Heavy Metal. conclude our performance with the world-famous tune by ABBA. This is Mamma Mia!
Let me tell you about my friends at Miller's Corral, a family-owned discount appliance and furniture store right here in Wapakoneta. Miller's Corral has served customers in Wapakoneta and the surrounding area since 1981, and I can tell you firsthand, they beat the big box stores. Low prices on quality products and top-notch customer service. They're all about service, delivery, installation, and repair. Miller's Corral is an authorized dealer of such brands as Amana, FlexSteel, KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and more. Take my word for it, they are the best. For complete sales and service, visit my friends at Miller's Corral in the Grandview Plaza, Wapakoneta. Alan Davis Insurance Agency, your solutions provider in Wapakoneta, Lima, and Minster. Alan is a business owner and an active farmer and Farmers Insurance President's Council Hall of Fame inductee for 2025. Trust Alan Davis Insurance Agency for auto, home, life, commercial, and total farm protection with offices in Wapakoneta, Lima, and Minster. For more information, check us out on the web at alandavisinsurance.com. When it comes to land, some people just see earth. We see an investment. We see growth. We see profits. We see life. When it comes to your farm and your land, we'll help you see your investment. At Dye Real Estate and Land Company, we know the land because we live it every day. Visit us today at dyerealestate.com. That's dyerealestate.com.
Are you having trouble making a decision about where to go for your hearing care? Well, let us help you cut through the noise. Hear what our patients have to say about us here at Auglaize and Sydney Audiology.
This place is absolutely amazing. Right when you walk in, it feels so homey, not like other doctors' offices.
Everyone at the office was so friendly and helpful. My audiologist did great at explaining the results and possible solutions.
Don't trust your hearing care to just anyone. See the professionals at Auglaize and Sydney Audiology.
Your outdoor fun starts here at Dad's Toy Shop. See us today for all of your favorite remote control land, air, and watercraft, and so much more. Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all of your hobby needs. Personal service. That's Home Savings Bank. Locally owned and operated, Home Savings Bank takes pride in being part of the Wapakoneta community since 1941. Home Savings Bank continues to offer more services like online bill pay, ID Theft Smart, a mobile banking app, home mortgage and equity loans, construction loans, lines of credit, savings accounts, IRAs, and more. All with friendliness, integrity, and the personal service you deserve. Home Savings Bank in downtown Wapakoneta.
Bushita Creek Steaks, naturally delicious, antibiotic, and hormone-free. From fresh, grass and grain-fed, free-to-roam cattle. Bushita Creek is a family-owned and operated 210-acre free-range ranch right here in Ohio. And we take the time to custom-fit your order to exactly what you want for steaks, roasts, hamburger, pet treats, gifts, freezer boxes, and much more. Check us out on the web at PushitaCreekSteaks.com. That's PushitaCreekSteaks.com.
Friday Night Football, everyone's favorite time of the season. The energy, the band, it all ties together perfectly. You deserve the same from your real estate transaction. Located in downtown Wapak and operating all throughout Northwest Ohio since 2012, Merritt Real Estate is here to provide you with exceptional service and commitment to ensure you get the most out of your real estate experience. From Friday night lights to Friday morning coffees on the porch, Merritt is with you because in Wapak, community comes first. Get more with Merritt, your home team in real estate.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta High School. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Mark Law, week number 8. And the scoreboard tells the story. Maybe not the whole story, Mark, 34-6, because we've seen some crazy stuff tonight. Actually, it was Kenton that scored first. They blocked a punt, then took that possession from the Wapak 28 and finished it with a 1-yard Rogel run to take that early lead with a missed extra point. And then after that, it was all Wapak.
Yeah, it seems like, early in the first half, first quarter, it seems like the team will always get a nice drive against us defensively. But as soon as our defense settles in, gets a couple series in, and then they pretty much shut them down the rest of the game. So I wasn't panicking too much. I just knew the defense had to settle in a little bit, make some adjustments. And, again, just that game speed of, Kenton's wide spread out there and just making some adjustments and then going out and playing because we got the athletes on defense to get after it.
Caleb Moyer with 3 touchdowns tonight. Mullen got in on the act, but so did the defense with a fumble, scoop, and recovery for a touchdown. Mr. Walter, how exciting was that?
I talked to him before the game, and he was pretty pumped. He was all excited about the chance and the opportunity tonight to put some pressure on the quarterback with him just sitting back there, in the gun all night long. So he knew that he was going to be able to put some pressure on him tonight.
Well, Gage Vaughn let that short kick go through his hands, and Ryan Richardson, Mr. Sure Hands, was right behind him to pick it up, and they'll spot the ball here for the first drive of the second half at the Wapak 32-yard line. I'd like to thank our sponsors once again for tonight's contest, our good friends at Dad's Toy Shop, Dye Real Estate and Land Company, Bushita Creek Steaks, Miller's Corral, and Elevation Chiropractic. First team is in there, 2 wide receivers to the left. And that's Mullen in motion to the left. They're going to set up that screen, and they haven't had much success with that. And it's going to continue there, or is Mullen going to try to break down?
Hey, he does a nice job of breaking 2 or 3 tackles there.
Just when I want to call him down,
yeah.
The kid just keeps those feet moving. Oh, well. Anyway, it's a gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, Kenton defensively, their defensive ends are basically outside linebackers, and they're just, they're lining up on the line of scrimmage, and then just having to bail out because of the spread formations that they're getting.
Trips out to the right. 2 wide receivers to the left. That's Mullen in motion to the right. Moyer takes the snap, looks left, now looks right, now comes back to Mullen, and Mullen with that screen again. Well, they're just picking up wasn't that the first 2 plays of the first half?
Yeah, Bushing he knew it was coming, so he just avoided the blocker and made a nice tackle right there for basically no gain.
What are they they put the first half playbook on top and said, we'll just do this again? Well, okay. They're up 34-6. Who am I to complain? But come on. 3rd and 5 from the 37. Trips out to the left. Wide left is Richardson, and that's Mullen in motion to the right.
Oh, he had Caden Page down the middle of the field.
He's in trouble. Now he looks deep, throws, and now it's caught.
Yep.
Caden Page somehow continued his way
he was open in the middle of the field, and he just kept going across the field to the right side there, and then once Caleb avoided the pressure and was able to scramble out to the right, he found Caden Page downfield.
Oh, my. First first off, how did Moyer get out of that mess to get the ball down to the field? And then Page managed to stay open. But either way.
Yeah, it's nice to see the ball going vertical down the field instead of sideways. So, yeah.
Exactly. 1st and 10 from the 30 of the Wildcats. That's Richardson split wide left. Handoff. It's going to be Mullen. Mullen with some running room. Inside the 20-yard line. Nice hard run there by Jared Mullen.
Yeah, Hummel, the free safety, came up and made a tackle there, after a 12-yard gain. So
I bet Mullen was happy.
Yeah, we haven't seen very many runs tonight. So
I bet Mullen was happy to see a little bit of running room there. Because, man, those screen passes, he's been.
So this is typically what we've seen all year. Wapak comes out from halftime and takes that first drive right down the field, and they've got a nice little drive here going.
Yeah, you mentioned that on the break. Let's hope they get in the end zone. There's Moyer rolling right, looking right, has a man open, and it's caught. It's Richardson inside the 10, and it'll be 1st and goal Redskins.
Yeah, he had a lot of cushion out there on the side. I think he kind of got lost. He was just hanging out at the sideline, and Caleb rolled out there and found him.
Just underway, second half action, 9:39 remaining in the third quarter. Into the game comes Adams and Bishop. Out comes Wackoff and Walter. 1st and goal from the 7. Wapak up 34-6. Trips out to the left. That's Richardson wide left. Mullen in the backfield with Moyer. Moyer looks, steps up in the pocket, and he's going to go down. He's not going to get away from that one.
Yeah, they brought like 6 guys this time, so they brought some good pressure. Looked like number 18 linebacker Rogel was a nice job there getting a sack on Caleb.
Rogel, of course, going both ways. He scored the first points of tonight's contest back in the first quarter.
Yeah, they lined 6 guys up on the line of scrimmage, and instead of those linebackers dropping out, they brought all 6 that time, so they had a little pressure on the quarterback.
That's a big loss from the 7 to the 28. 2nd and goal from the 28. There's Moyer looking left, has time, throws it across the middle to Page, and Page goes down immediately. Nice tackle there by number 32, Phipps.
Yeah, Kenton did a nice job keeping it in front of him, and again, 1-yard pass play there.
So now it's 3rd and goal from the 16. Wackoff back into the game, Walter into the game, Adams out, Bishop out. Want to thank our sponsors once again, G.A. Windsor, Miller's Corral, Allen Davis Insurance Agency, Minster Bank, and Merritt Real Estate. Ryan Place. Thanks, Ryan, for your sponsorship again this year. 3rd and goal from the 16. Handoff, Mullen. Mullen looking for some room down the right sideline.
Yeah, Bushing came up from his corner spot to try to make a tackle there on the edge, and Mullen just made him miss, and next thing you know, he's down the sideline. And
just to the back to the original line of scrimmage, looks like the 7. So it'll be 4th and goal from the 7, and they're going to bring in the kicking unit.
Yeah, this is good practice for our kicker here. Get some field goal attempts because, late in the season, in the playoff time, there's going to be some times you don't get it in the end zone, so this is good practice for us here on our field goal unit.
So Elliott to hold and Niekamp to attempt what looks to be a 24-yard field goal with 8:13 remaining in the game. That doesn't put us anywhere near a running clock yet, does it? If he makes it. The place, the kick is up, and boy, plenty of leg.
I think that's for field goals. I think that puts him for 4 for the year. So he's still perfect on his field goals.
Wow.
Is it 30-point running clock? So I think that we're gonna have a running clock here. Drew Niekamp.
By Niekamp. Sorry, I was looking at my other paperwork because I was trying to figure out where to go from here, and I got lost in the shuffle because I wanted to say something about Feaster Residential and Commercial Inspectors. Our good friend Mike Feaster, a new sponsor to Wapakoneta High School football here on TSC. Also a big shout out to Dick and Deb Ely at Ely Funeral Home. And Miller Brothers Tire, we saw Gail Miller coming into the stadium tonight. He's got to be pretty proud of the legacy continuing on the gridiron here in Wapakoneta, right?
Yeah, definitely, especially Channing getting a lot of playing time out there at linebacker as a freshman.
When does wrestling practice start?
Well, football season, I was talking to some of the guys, they might have, 6, 7, 8 more games yet to go, so we'll see. I mean, once you get on that playoff run, it could, 6, 7 games, you never know.
But some of the guys that aren't playing football that do wrestle,
yeah, Tyler Copeland
right?
and Coach Rossford, they started lifting like a week or two ago, so the guys that aren't playing football are lifting right now, so.
And the clock is running, and that ball's
going to go. Nice kick, Drew. Or no, that was Gillespie.
Yeah.
Gillespie putting one in the end zone there. Nice.
Well, I'll tell you, Gavin's got a better leg when it comes to kickoffs. I really believe that. I think, once we get into a game like with Bath or with into the playoffs, when we look at that playoff picture, I would love to see Gillespie.
Yeah, I mean, if you put him in the end zone and start him at the 20 every time, definitely. Because, I mean, the average starting position tonight's been probably about the 30, 35-yard line. So you're talking about, 15-yard difference.
So the clock will continue to run. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from their 20-yard line. Trips out to the left. Oh, that screen was tipped.
Yep, Tate Niekamp getting that ball up there did a nice job.
Boy, that D-line is having a game tonight, aren't they?
They are. Those two defensive ends, they're long and lanky, and they can get those arms up there and, block down a lot of passes.
And Gammon's got to get a little height to him. They say they've got a listed at 5'11", but I don't think he's quite that tall. Boy, but Niecamp's got a great reach, though, so who knows.
There's a rear run. Again, ball's on the ground. Jarrett Mullen coming up from the linebackers and just smoked the running back. Next thing you know, the ball's on the ground.
They'll put it at the 20-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and 10. Once again, when we look at the schedule for Wapak, we're back home next week with Elida and then finish the season on the road at Bath. And I know there are a lot of people in the Bath community looking forward to that game, but they can't look too far. They still have tonight and next week before they have to face us. And that throw is caught on the left sideline. Nice pass, actually. Nice pass by Gammon.
Yeah, do you see that? They had quads out here to the wide side of the field. They only had that single receiver to the sideline there. He was just man-to-man coverage, and he was singled out the whole way.
And a spot-on pass gives them 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Clock continues to run, 4:45 remaining in the quarter. First team still in there for Wapakoneta. I imagine they're going to keep him in there, as you mentioned, probably to the end of the third quarter at least. Another run there by Kenton.
Yeah, we had a host of tacklers there. Buell, Hauser, Gage Vaughn was in on the tackle.
Gain of 5. It'll bring up, just less than 5. It'll bring up a long 5. So one of the things you got to hope for in a game like this, as we mentioned, and I think I've been talking about it the entire first half, is you got to pay attention and get out of here unscathed, no injuries.
Well,
boy, that was a nice play.
Yeah, we just saw our first substitution there, so Guy Colreaser coming in, and they're taking Caden Page out of the game.
McFarland on the receiving end there has enough for another Wildcat first down. They'll move the chains with 3:48 remaining. Expect to see a few more substitutions, right?
Yeah, definitely as the clock starts winding down in this quarter. I think they'll start peppering them in here a little bit at a time.
They set up the screen to the right, has a little running room. That's number 14.
Yeah, Noah Bishop did a nice job of getting off a block there, and then Jarrett Mullen coming from that nickel back.
Huff with another nice gainer there. We'll call it a gain of 7. It'll bring up 2nd and 3. 3:14 remaining. Two wide receivers right, two left for Gammon.
Nice job there.
And that one's not going anywhere.
Again, Tate Niekamp just down the line of scrimmage. As a backside defensive end, he didn't get any depth. He went right down the line of scrimmage to chase that guy down.
Rogel didn't have any running room whatsoever, and that's going to be a loss on the play.
You get a defensive end that can run, and if he doesn't get, up the field and take himself out of the play, he can, tackle that from backside as long as he's going down the line of scrimmage.
Trips out to the left for Gammon. He'll take the snap. He's looking left the whole time.
Braylon Walter.
Wow.
That's number 2 for the night.
Walter is having a game tonight.
Yes, he is.
My goodness.
Again, that's why, we have the number 1 defense in the league. And, plays like that show you why.
So they're bringing out the punting unit. Back to receive is
Mullen and Bishop back there.
Bishop, yeah, I see Bishop. Of course, Gammon is the quarterback. They faked one already. They got motion to the right. He is going to punt it this time.
Yeah, we did another nice job. We pressed a little bit harder out here on these return guys.
Takes a Kenton bounce inside the 35. And that's where Wapak will start. 1st and 10 with a $1:42 remaining in the quarter.
I wouldn't be surprised if we still see our 1 offense this drive and then maybe start some subs after this. Put 1 more on the board and then start subbing in.
Well, let's see what we got.
Or even on this drive, they might start subbing some in.
Let's see who we got in there. Oh, Moyer's coming in at quarterback.
Ryan Richardson's coming out, so looks like Caleb Wackoff's in the game. Might be doing some running here now.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
Got a tight end in the game. Braylon Walters in there.
No quarterback runs. No quarterback runs. And it to Mullen. There you go. Looking for some blockers. Drops his shoulders. And thought he was going to break loose there. And boy, they've had his number pretty much tonight, haven't they?
Yeah. Number 27 linebacker there, Gordon, did a nice job stuffing that one in.
Under 30 seconds remaining on the play clock, and you can see it's 40 seconds now in the game clock. So they're going to have to at least run 1 more play before the end of the quarter. Brings up 2nd and 8 from the 37. Speaking of 37, 37-6. Redskins over the Wildcats. Moyer on the snap. Fakes the handoff, throws the screen to Bishop. Bishop over the 40, 45, up to midfield into Kenton territory. And a nice run after the catch. It's nice to see him on the receiving end.
Yeah, Kenton safety come up and make a tackle, and Noah did a nice job avoiding a tackle there and gaining some extra yards after the catch.
And that'll bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter with the score. The Wapakoneta Redskins 37, Kenton 6. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with 4th quarter action right after this. You're watching Wapakoneta High School football on TSC.
Your outdoor fun starts here at Dad's Toy Shop. See us today for all of your favorite remote control land, air, and watercraft, and so much more. Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all of your hobby needs. Personal service. That's Home Savings Bank. Locally owned and operated, Home Savings Bank takes pride in being part of the Wapakoneta community since 1941. Home Savings Bank continues to offer more services like online bill pay, ID Theft Smart, a mobile banking app, home mortgage and equity loans, construction loans, lines of credit, savings accounts, IRAs, and more. All with friendliness, integrity, and the personal service you deserve. Home Savings Bank in downtown Wapakoneta.
Bushita Creek Steaks, naturally delicious, antibiotic, and hormone-free. From fresh, grass and grain-fed, free-to-roam cattle. Bushita Creek is a family-owned and operated 210-acre free-range ranch right here in Ohio. And we take the time to custom-fit your order to exactly what you want for steaks, roasts, hamburger, pet treats, gifts, freezer boxes, and much more. Check us out on the web at PushitaCreekSteaks.com. That's PushitaCreekSteaks.com.
Friday Night Football, everyone's favorite time of the season. The energy, the band, it all ties together perfectly. You deserve the same from your real estate transaction. Located in downtown Wapak and operating all throughout Northwest Ohio since 2012, Merritt Real Estate is here to provide you with exceptional service and commitment to ensure you get the most out of your real estate experience. From Friday night lights to Friday morning coffees on the porch, Merritt is with you because in Wapak, community comes first. Get more with Merritt, your home team in real estate.
Welcome back. Start of 4th quarter action. Moyer still in there. 2 wide receivers set. Fake handoff. Now he's looking downfield and throws it behind and short of the intended receiver. And that of course, was intended, it looked like number 4, right?
Yeah, Mason Steineke, yeah. And actually, he was open, too.
I don't know if he got his hand hit on that or not. So Adams was going to come in, and now they pull him. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they're short of a couple of players here.
Yep.
Here we go. Richardson comes back in. Adams comes back in. Adams split wide to the left.
Play clock running down here. Got 4.
Motion to the left. Takes the snap. Looks. Throws. Caught. Richardson up over the 40. And that's going to be close to a Wapak first down.
Yeah, Bushing pushed him out, and it's going to be right at the sticks. It's going to up. They're going to give him first down. Ryan did a nice job. As soon as he caught the ball, he turned upfield to get north and south and was able to get that first down.
Yeah, he was one-on-one out there. I thought maybe he'd break it. Okay. 1st and 10 from the Kenton 38-yard line. 2 wide receivers left. Richardson split wide to the right. Steinke's out there with him. Now he goes in motion. Moore takes the snap, looks, sets up the screen to Bishop. Bishop has a couple of nice blocks inside the 30, and he had one man to beat, or he was in there.
Yeah, Steineke in motion out there did a nice job on getting a block instead of Caleb Adams. So Noah, again, makes one guy miss, gets some yards after the catch and move the chains.
He's limping a little bit. I don't like seeing that. Hopefully he's okay.
Here we go. Now we're starting to see some substitutions. Here we go. Looks like
Moyer's coming out of the game.
Yeah, Bentley Rook come in. Trent Lisi coming in.
Lisi
Caleb Wackoff coming in. Yep. Gage Vaughn's is like, yep, should I come out? Yep.
Richardson is coming out.
They got to call timeout. They had too many guys in the huddle.
Yeah. And they do exactly that. We'll keep it right here.
Yep, trying to get all these substitutions made. Not sure who's in, who's out.
Yeah, that was a little confusing for everyone out there. You can see that. Well, once again, we want to thank our sponsors, as always. We couldn't do it without you. Our good friends at Feaster Residential and Commercial Inspectors, All Glaze Audiology, G.A. Windsor & Son, Home Savings Bank, and Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. 9:33 remaining in the game.
Looking at some stats here, our average offense per game has been about 36, so we're right at 37 right now. And defensively, we've averaged about 12 a game, and, we're under that tonight, only giving up 6. So we're definitely on our averages as far as scoring goes. So.
And that's good. And you talk about average, our offense and our offensive performers, whether it's Mullen at quarterback or Mullen at running back and Page at receiver and Moyer at quarterback, you look at our individual and team stats offensively, and we're average.
Yeah.
I mean, in the league.
Yes.
We're not burning it up like we did the last couple of years.
Rushing, I think we're 7th, and passing we're like 4th, I think, or something like that.
Lisi's handoff to Rook.
Number 34, Bentley Rook with the carry for the Redskins.
And Bentley with a gain of about 2 on the play. So kind of what we expected tonight. I don't know. It just felt, a little empty tonight, although we had a little bit of excitement with a fumble recovery for a touchdown, a blocked punt by Kenton, which led to their first score of the game. It still, still left me a little empty. I don't know.
Well, we were talking about, preparation for a game. Elliott hadn't punted in like the last 3 games. So, to just get that practice, feel and get that rush, those guys have not had any punts in the last 3 games. And then now it's a game situation where you got guys coming hard and, to block that type of situation. So maybe that might be a good thing for us to say, hey, we need to, put a little extra work here.
Lisi with a nice pass to Steinke, but they're going to catch Adams with a block in the back, and that'll put the ball back to the 34-yard or 33-yard line of the Kenton Wildcats.
We pretty much have substituted all of our offensive guys. Kenton still has their ones out there.
Yeah. Man, it's hard to believe we're closing down on week number 8, Mark. We started with the preseason game, so this will be our 9th game of the season. Nothing going there.
No, I got a host of Kenton Wildcats there on the tackle, the whole defensive line basically.
At least he wearing one of those protective helmets.
He does, yep. Yeah. I think they're having all their quarterbacks wear those.
What do they say about that as far as the added weight, or is it uncomfortable, or is it odd for them?
I haven't really
heard. What are the players saying? You haven't heard?
But, I definitely feel that, you're seeing more and more people wear them.
Yeah.
So, obviously for protection, I could see, eventually it might be the thing where they're all wearing them.
Well, we talked off camera at halftime about Preezer. We talked about that concussion that he suffered, and I'm sure a lot of people have that in the back of their mind too, when they see a kid take a tough hit.
Yeah, Brendan Hemberling there shot the gap, had a nice sack there on that play.
Yeah, that was a good play. 6:43 remaining, and the clock is running. 37-6. And again, you want to stay engaged in a game like this. You don't want to, fall off to la-la land, man. You want to stay engaged, keep everybody excited while they're out there, even though the clock is running and you're up by 31 points. Lacey's handoff. And that is a real nice run. That's Bentley Rook again.
Yeah, getting defense
Sophomore.
here, getting a turnover on downs here, getting the ball back to the offense.
And that's what Wapak had to do. Just go ahead. It's a running clock.
Yep.
Just continue to play it safe. Now on defense, let's talk about some of the substitutions.
Yeah, it looks like we got all of them subbed out so far. So, yeah, it looks like they're bringing all the younger guys in.
Get some names out.
Yeah, so up front we have number 70, Alex Burgoon. Jacob Niedermeyer's coming in the game. Number 91, Noah Baker's in there. So, yeah.
Nice pass, nice screen, nice run. Wow. That's Seal Scott on the receiving end. A nice run after the catch there. Puts the ball at midfield, 5:11 remaining.
So it looks like we've got Wireman out there. We got Bentley Rook out there defensively. Matthew Klein's out there at linebacker, maybe a safety.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, we love to give these guys a shout out.
Yeah.
So if you
Lucas Whiteholder, outside linebacker, was out there.
Yeah,
made a nice little tackle there. They just brought number 27, Trevor Varno, in as a linebacker as well. I think they're going to try to start rotating some of these guys, getting some guys in.
They got Lacey playing corner, too. Lacey steps up. In fact, it comes his way. That pass to Hommel.
Lucas Wertholder come out there and made a tackle.
Yeah, anytime we can give a shout-out to some of the underclassmen and second stringers that get on the field, we want to give a shout-out to them. It's nice to hear their name and see them out there.
Yeah,
and
Trayshawn Williams in at linebacker. He's another one.
What year is Williams?
I think he's a freshman.
Good.
Yep, he's a freshman. Trevor Varno's a freshman, so yeah.
That pass intended for Hummel falls incomplete. The clock continues to run, 3:45 remaining.
Yeah, Weedholder there. Number 39 is in coverage. Another sophomore out there getting some time.
Fourth down for Kenton already. 4th and 3.
Coach Truesdale changing defense up, maybe bring a little pressure here.
Gammon on the quarterback keeper, and
he's going to be short. Yeah, he's going to be short.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. What a good stop by the backup.
Yeah, Niedermeyer in there on the tackle.
Wow.
Alex Burgoon. Nice job by that front three there.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a good stop. So Wapak will take over on downs with 3:55 remaining in the game, up 37-6. All right, well, we know what we're looking at next week. Elida team 4-3 coming into tonight's contest. And they're a little bit different than Kenton, so we have to be ready for them next week. And that should be a good test as we look at Bath in week number 10.
Wireman there getting a carry, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Kenton still has their number ones out there on defense.
Wow. Well, they're not really a deep squad to begin with, though. They might be substituting onesie-twosie as far as players because we're not looking at all the numbers, but they're not as big of a squad as Wapak.
Yeah.
We have a new quarterback out there for Wapak. That's Tyler Moyer, Caleb's younger brother.
Yeah, Hummel came up and put a lick on him there right on the sideline.
$1:34 remaining. I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's contest. As always, TSC, Susan and Lonnie, thank you very much. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, Merritt Real Estate, Minster Bank, Allen Davis Insurance Agency, Elevation Chiropractic, and Miller's Corral. The younger Moyer looks to set up the screen. It's Steinke on the receiving end. Cuts it upfield and lost the handle on it. And it's going to be picked up by Kenton.
Yeah, Hummel picked up the ball and got a few yards out of it. Just across the 50.
Want to thank the rest of our sponsors while we have time. Home Savings Bank, GA Windsor, State Farm, Insurance here in town, Jimmy Sager. All Glaze Audiology, Dye Real Estate and Land Company, Peshita Creek Steaks, Dad's Toy Shop, Miller Brothers Tire, Ely Funeral Home, and Feaster Residential and Commercial Inspectors. 35 seconds remaining now. That screen.
Yeah, we'd hold her out there from his outside linebacker position, come up and make a nice tackle.
I like that little extra something there by Lucas. Okay, trying to make a statement. That's fine. This time a screen to the right.
Able to push him out of bounds there. I think we're going to have one more up. Clock's running out. There it is.
And there it is. Exactly. That is going to bring us to the end of tonight's contest, Mark. 37-6. The score is what we expected, but how we got here, I still don't know. I mean, seriously.
Final thoughts. You were a little nervous there at the beginning of the game, and again, that's kind of been our playbook all year long. Defense, kind of giving one up early in the first quarter, and then settling in and just playing hard and shutting them out. And coming out of the halftime, Wapak's offense has done a great job all year long, taking that first drive right down the field, which we did again tonight. So the only thing is I would like to see is try to maybe get the ball a little bit more to Bishop and Richardson and Caleb, just to kind of spread it out a little bit more. Because, like I said, down the line, they're going to start having defenses that are, keying in on Mullen or Caden Page,
Exactly.
And so we
saw tonight they did a great job in keying in on Mullen.
Yeah, so, we definitely have some weapons out there just now. Just got to think about, keeping them healthy and
giving them more reps.
Going there, yep.
Well, like I said, that's going to bring us to the end of tonight's contest. For my tag team partner, Mark Law, our videographers, Paul Downing, Mark Fissel, Jacqueline Miller, I'm Big Dan Wilson. Our final score tonight, Wapakoneta 37, Kenton 6. Keep it right here on TSC for all your Wapakoneta High School football action all season long. And as we work our way into the playoffs, have a good night, everybody.
Let me tell you about my friends at Miller's Corral, a family-owned discount appliance and furniture store right here in Wapakoneta. Miller's Corral has served customers in Wapakoneta and the surrounding area since 1981. And I can tell you firsthand, they beat the big box stores. Low prices on quality products and top-notch customer service. They're all about service, delivery, installation, and repair. Miller's Corral is an authorized dealer of such brands as Amana, FlexSteel, KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and more. Take my word for it, they are the best. For complete sales and service, visit my friends at Miller's Corral in the Grandview Plaza, Wapakoneta. Allen Davis Insurance Agency, your solutions provider in Wapakoneta, Lima, and Minster. Allen is a business owner and an active farmer and Farmers Insurance President's Council Hall of Fame inductee for 2025. Trust Allen Davis Insurance Agency for auto, home, life, commercial, and total farm protection with offices in Wapakoneta, Lima, and Minster. For more information, check us out on the web at allendavisinsurance.com. When it comes to land, some people just see earth. We see an investment. We see growth. We see profits. We see life. When it comes to your farm and your land, we'll help you see your investment. At Dye Real Estate and Land Company, we know the land because we live it every day. Visit us today at dyerealestate.com. That's dyerealestate.com.
Are you having trouble making a decision about where to go for your hearing care? Well, let us help you cut through the noise. Hear what our patients have to say about us here at Auglaize and Sydney Audiology.
This place is absolutely amazing. Right when you walk in, it feels so homey, not like other doctors' offices.
Everyone at the office was so friendly and helpful. My audiologist did great at explaining the results and possible solutions.
Don't trust your hearing care to just anyone. See the professionals at Auglaize and Sydney Audiology.
Did you know TSC has an app called Gigahood IQ that lets you set your network's performance and security for every device, every app, every room, and every family member in your entire home? That's a powerful tool right at your fingertips, and it's free. So if you are interested in the best Wi-Fi, a separate guest network, parental controls to protect your family, 24/7 managed Wi-Fi support, and whole home threat protection with Protect IQ, stop and download the Gigahood IQ app right now. If not, take your chances. An ultimate fiber experience. Get it free with the Gigahood IQ app from TSC.
Caden Page, son of Jeremy and Lori Page.
Jeez.
Ryan Richardson, son of Scott and Kylie Jordan, and Steve and Erica McAllister. Andre Longsworth, escorted by mother Della Longsworth, grandmother Michelle Hartman, and brother Mason Longsworth. Austin Van Ruyen, son of Miranda Van Ruyen and Koos Van Ruyen. Wyatt Buell, son of Chris and Jamie Buell. Ben Hopkins, son of Beverly Setzer. Brody Preeser, son of Jeremy and Lauren Preeser. Sebastian Duncan, son of Tim and Desdemona Duncan. Antoine Theobald, son of Sarah Noller and Jermaine Theobald. Mason Ludwig, son of Eric and Julie Ludwig. Next, the cheerleaders. Addison Hibbard, daughter of Shannon and Tracy Hibbard. Addison Smith, daughter of James Smith and Carrie Smith. Eva Lee, daughter of Aaron and Sarah Lee. Carlin Lee, daughter of Toby and Kelly Lee. Chloe Anderson, daughter of Curtis and Casey Anderson, and Luis and Christy Rodriguez. Natalie Folk, daughter of Chris and Brooke Folk. Courtney Lee, daughter of Steve and Jennifer Lee. Peyton Bailey, daughter of Nathan and Terry Bailey. Next we have boys golf. Lucas Limbert, son of Chad and Jody King. Girls golf. Emily Kloppenstein, daughter of Anthony and Christy Kloppenstein. Boys soccer. Nate Garber, son of Rich and Jen Garber. Aiden Gillespie, son of Matthew and Jamie Gillespie. Girls soccer, Brenna Binkley, daughter of Amanda Alvis. Paige Oberding, daughter of Cindy Oberding. Gabby Moeller, daughter of Jeff and Jody Moeller. Oliviana Burnfield, daughter of Brad and Kiki Burnfield. Tegan Lawrence, daughter of Todd and Holly Lawrence. Mackenzie Davis, daughter of Matthew and Jamie Davis. Girls tennis, Nevaeh Dancer, daughter of Ashley Schimpf. Kate Ely, daughter of Matthew and Erica Ely. Miley Mosier, daughter of Andy and Cody Mosier. Anya Walters, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Andrew Walters. And now volleyball. Carissa Russell, daughter of Casey and Courtney Patton, and Robert and Ashley Russell. Riley Steinke, daughter of Eric and Kelly Steinke. Alexis McLaren, daughter of Alexander McLaren and Jermaine and Holly Greer. And finally, cross country, Hayden Sell, son of Eric and Jill Sell. Please join me in a round of applause as we say congratulations to our seniors.
Jake from State Farm. I really want that personal price plan, so I'll admit it. I'm a bath bomb guy.
Dude, you do not need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan simply helps you create an affordable price just for you.
For real?
Who's ready for their jazz bath? No?
Who is that guy?
This is Jimmy from Jimmy Sager State Farm in Wapakoneta, Ohio. Stop in our office at 201 East Augley Street or call 419-738-7506 or check us out on the web at jimmysager.com for your free, no obligation quote.
Tired of searching for the right tire? Then you'll be glad you found Miller Brothers Tire Service. If it's round, rubber, and rolls, we've got it. Lawn and garden, agricultural and industrial, and everything in between. Miller Brothers is your one-stop super shop for everything tires and wheels. We offer the best service around, and we're family-owned and operated. And you know what? We're still going to be here tomorrow because we're on our second generation, and we've been here for 70 years. Give us a call or visit us online at millerbrostoTire.com for all your tire and wheel needs. At Elevation Chiropractic, our mission is to elevate your health and lifestyle, providing you the best customer service possible and making everyone who comes through our door feel welcomed and valued. Dr. Mike Noggle and his team recognize each patient is unique and tailor care plans to meet their needs. By having multiple techniques and therapies, it allows us to get results patients need and desire. We invite you to join the family at Elevation Chiropractic and experience the benefits of consistent chiropractic care. We understand that healing takes time, and we're committed to supporting you every step of the way. Contact us today to schedule an appointment and begin your journey towards elevated health and well-being. Elevation Chiropractic in Wapakoneta. Call 419-738-4373 or visit us at elevationchiroohio.com. Mike Feaster is a proud graduate of Wapakoneta High School and takes that same pride into his work as owner of Feaster Residential Inspectors. They provide detailed home and commercial inspections, and Mike works with you to know the condition before you purchase that home or business. Whether you're buying or selling a home or business, you can count on Mike and his team of professional inspectors to give you all the information you need to know. Call 419-371-8468 or visit us at feasterinspectors.com. At Ely Funeral Home and Crematory, we have years of experience caring for families from all walks of life. Each family comes to us because they know we are leaders in our profession, dedicated to excellence in service, and have the highest integrity. Our goal is to provide our client families with celebrations of their loved one's life and the time they share. We give every family in our community unique opportunities to learn, share, and remember. For more information, visit us at EelyFuneralHomeAndCrematory.com.
Lee's new crispy golden fried spicy wings come in packs of 6, 12, or 20. That means they're perfect for solo snacking or feasting with family and friends. Sorry, not sorry to your old favorite wing spot. Only at Lee's, famous for chicken.
Founded in 1914, Minster Bank has never lost its focus that separates us from every other bank, and that is helping people achieve financial success. At Minster Bank, we take pride in knowing our customers personally. You can expect a relationship with someone who understands your unique needs and can provide the solutions to help. We're Minster Bank, helping you achieve financial success. Minster Bank, minsterbank.com, member FDIC.
G.A. Windsor & Son Company, family owned and the original recycler since 1848. We're proud to be headquartered in Wapakoneta, and our commitment to the community has never changed. We celebrate the hard work of our employees and provide our customers with the best service available in our industry, all while being environmentally conscious. We are proud of our city and proud of our workers. We are G.A. Windsor & Son. Visit us on the web at gawindsor.com.
Welcome to the Gigahood IQ app, your home's guardian in the digital realm, featuring Protect IQ. Protect IQ sweeps away viruses, malware, and online threats for your entire home, so you can focus on what truly matters: family. Shield your home with cutting-edge technology, ensuring every device is safe. No more digital dangers, just seamless, worry-free connectivity. Experience peace of mind with Protect IQ, included in the Gigahood IQ app. Download the free Gigahood IQ app and secure your home with Protect IQ today.